Welcome and thank you for downloading my Math Talk sentence starters. I revised these in the early part of 2014. I added even more worksheets that are not just your traditional sit and get, but they really make students think. So I just wanted to go through some of the pages with you. When you first get to the actual content, there's several different clip art choices for you. This first one has two girls who are engaging in some math talk, and you have the 10 different sentence starters. Then after that, you have the enlarged version, which serves more as a poster, a mini poster that you can put in your classroom just when you're introducing the different sentence starters and as another visual reminder for students. The second clip art choice is the little boy who has the star numbers in his hands, just a different option depending on what grade level you're teaching or what the theme in your classroom might be. So you have the bookmark versions and then you have the mini poster versions after. This third option is generally my favorite because what I've noticed is that boys are more engaged with the different activities when there's clip art that has boys on it, and the girls don't seem to mind when boys are the focus of the clip art. So this is my favorite that I choose in my classroom. Again, you have the poster version. Here's the owl. If you don't like the boy versus girl discussion, this is just another cute clip art choice. So after you have the different types of clip art, you have the sentence practices, and this is just to emphasize the mathematical standards of practice. You have some work from different students, and then it's going to be your student's job to use one of the Math Talk sentence starters to explain their thinking about another student's work. I would suggest that you do the first few with your student so that they understand what you expect for their answer. And there are lots of different versions of work. Each page has a different student's name. I try to use boys and girls, and you have different operations here. And you notice this one says, I wonder why, and it's asking your student to just write down what they wonder about this 9 times 9 plus 4. I found that some students think like, oh, they made them, I wonder why they have this backwards C. So that can introduce and lead to topics of discussion about the order of operations and about grouping things, and you can get into different properties just with this one sentence practice. So we have some algebraic thinking coming in with sentence practice number 4 and 5. And sometimes the work is correct, but it's still asking your students to think about and to question the math that's around them in their world. I also provided some fraction practice, so you can get into equivalent fractions and comparing fractions. And again, just because this is sentence practice number 10 doesn't mean that it has to be the 10th one that you introduce into your classroom. It's up to you and the needs of your students. But you will notice that I've started leaving out the sentence starters at the bottom, and it's just a box. But if you wanted to write in a sentence starter before you made copies of that, that would be a thing to do, to anything that you need to help your students. So I also have some base 10 thinking questions where the student says, I think this number is 30. So hopefully that would lead to discussions of what does 30 look like and how is 30 different from 300 and how you know that you have 300 and not 30 like Robin is thinking. So I've provided several of those opportunities for students to really think about this. And what I found in my classroom is that just these sentence practice pages alone lead to like 5, 10, 20-minute discussions and deep discussions about math and how students know, and they get into questioning each other, and it really is a valuable exercise, all stemming from that one bookmark. So you even have some cute geometry figures near the end. And then we have it. Thank you for downloading my Math Talk bookmarks. I hope you've enjoyed this Orasma.